All right, hey everyone, welcome back. We're tackling a pretty weighty topic in this deep dive,
Yeah,
bankruptcy. It's
it can be.
it could be a really tough subject.
Yeah.
And honestly, even saying the word bankruptcy can be
Oh, absolutely.
kind of scary.
Yeah.
Our source material this time is bankruptcy, a fresh start. And we're not just going to crunch numbers here.
Right.
We're going to look at this whole thing through kind of like
Yeah, more of a human lens.
a human lens, like the emotional side,
The emotional side.
the societal taboos.
Oh, yeah, all that stuff that comes with
All
it.
of that, the stuff that you don't really see in the spreadsheets,
Exactly.
right? So, one of the things that really jumped out at me from the source was how people will put off filing for bankruptcy,
Yes.
even when it's like the best financial move.
Financially, it makes sense, but
Yeah.
the feeling of shame,
Yeah,
like personal failure.
that personal failure,
Yeah.
it's huge.
It's like paralyzing.
Yeah, and it's interesting because the source really dug into how we're brought up thinking you got to pay your debts,
You should pay your debts. Yeah.
got to be responsible.
Work hard, pull yourself up by your bootstraps.
And then you do all that and you still end up
Drowning.
drowning. Yeah. So where's that line then
Right. Where's that line?
between personal responsibility and like a system that's
Yeah. Messy
maybe
against you.
that's not really set up for everyone to succeed?
Right. And that's where that point about credit card companies was really interesting.
Oh yeah.
They kind of bake
Yeah, they build in
non-payment into their models,
into their business model. I mean,
their business model.
it's like they're playing poker
Okay.
and they go, some people are going to fold, but the high interest rates from the people that stay in the game
Yeah.
cover those losses.
It makes sense from a business standpoint,
Right. It's just
but it also feels like a little
predatory.
predatory. Yeah. So then you layer on stuff like that.
Medical debt,
Medical debt. Oh, yeah. Huge.
which is another big thing that the source talks about.
Oh, absolutely.
It's crazy. It's not just like the cost of healthcare. It's like
The lack of transparency.
you don't know what anything costs. It's crazy.
You can comparison shop for a TV,
Yeah,
right? You go online.
exactly.
You can find the best price, but good luck finding out what a medical procedure is going to cost before you're in a hospital bed.
before you need it.
Yeah,
It's
it's almost impossible.
it's crazy. And so you're already in this stressful situation.
Yeah, you're already stressed.
Then you don't know how much it's going to cost, and then you get hit with this bill.
Exactly.
That's outrageous. It's wild. I mean, at least we're not getting thrown in debtor's prison anymore.
Yeah,
The source mentioned that,
that's true.
which thankfully,
Yeah, we're not.
it's a good reminder that like things have changed.
Things have evolved. We've moved away from punishing people
Yeah.
for financial hardship.
And now it's more like,
Yeah.
okay, how do we,
How can we give people a path
a path to recover,
back on their feet?
which ultimately benefits.
It helps everybody.
Right.
It benefits the whole system.
Which kind of brings us to this whole idea of like the American dream, right?
Right, the American dream. Yeah.
The source kept coming back to that. This idea that you can pull yourself up by your bootstraps.
Right.
You can invent the next mousetrap.
Yeah, anyone can make it. But
Isn't bankruptcy like the opposite of that?
well, not necessarily. The source argues
Okay.
that by allowing for failure and a fresh start, bankruptcy actually encourages innovation.
Okay, I'm listening.
Think about it. If people were terrified of just utter ruin, would they be as willing to take risks? Would they even try to invent something new?
So it's like that fear would actually stifle
Creativity.
creativity and innovation. That's really interesting.
It kind of flips the script.
Yeah. It's like bankruptcy isn't the end.
It's part of it.
Part of
It's like a safety net
a safety net. Yeah.
Yeah.
For these like big sweep.
for these big ideas.
Yeah.
I mean, look at Thomas Edison. He famously said, I haven't failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work. That kind of resilience. The willingness to experiment and fail. It comes from knowing there's a way back up.
Yeah. Wow. This is really making me rethink this whole thing. So it's not just about individual recovery. It's about,
It's about how that ripples outward.
the ripple
That
effects.
impacts the whole community.
It's really fascinating.
It makes you wonder, what if our bankruptcy laws were even more forgiving?
Hmm.
Or maybe stricter in some areas? How would that change things? Would it lead to even more innovation? Would people be more willing to take risks?
Or would it?
Or will they have unintended consequences?
Yeah. That's
It's a big question.
a lot to think about.
A lot to think
If
about.
you're out there listening and you're dealing with any of this, just remember it's okay to ask for help.
Seeking information and support.
Yes.
It's a sign of strength.
That's not weakness.
It's not weakness.
There's no shame in it needing a fresh start.
A fresh start.
Thanks for joining us for this deep dive. It's been
It's been real.
a real conversation. All right, we'll catch you next time.
See ya. THE.